Okay, hello guys. Today we will be doing factorization by highest common factor method, difference between squares, and quadratic factorization. First, let's discuss the HCF method. The HCF method of factorization is the most common one, and so it involves looking at all the terms in an expression and seeing what is the highest common factor of both terms. So here we have 16x and 40. We know that 2, 4, and 8 can all go into 16 and go into 40. And out of all of those, the highest one is 8. Therefore, we go ahead and we divide this by 8, which gives us 2x, and this by 8, which gives us 5. And so we express it as a product of its factors and write 8 into 2x plus 5. Here we have ux plus vx, and we look and we can see that x is common between both of them, and we can go ahead and divide this by x, and which would give us u, and divide this by x, which gives us v. We write that as x into u plus v. Here we have 12x squared y minus 8x y squared. Now, things that can go in, the highest thing that can go into 12 and 8 is 4. Into x squared and x, it's x, and into y and y squared is y. So our overall highest common factor will be 4xy. Then it goes into 12 3 times, x goes into x squared x times, and y goes into y 1 time. So we just leave the 1 out of it. Minus 4 goes into 8 2 times, x goes into x 1 time, so we leave the 1 out of it, and y goes into y squared y times, so we end up with that 3x minus 2y. Now here we have difference between squares. The general expression for this is a squared minus b squared equals a minus b into a plus b. So here we have 9x squared minus 4x squared. We know that 9 and 4 are both square numbers, 3 squared and 2 squared, and x squared is also a square number. So we can simply write this as 3x minus 2x into 3x plus 2x. Try another one. Here we have 81 minus 16x to the 4. And we know that 81 is 9 squared, and 16 is 4 squared, x to the 4 is x squared squared. So we can go ahead and rewrite this as 9 minus 4x squared into 9 plus 4x squared. To 9 plus 4x squared, and then we can look at this and realize that this one is incomplete because 9 is still a square number and 4x squared is still a square number. So we can further break it down to say 3 minus 2x into 3 plus 2x into 9 plus 4x squared. Note, there is no factorization method for the sum of two squares, only the difference of two squares. Now, here we go to quadratic factorization. A quadratic expression is an expression where the highest power is 2. So, any expression with x squared and no higher powers would be called a quadratic. The general form for this is ax squared plus bx plus c, in which a is a constant in front of the x squared term, b is a constant that is the coefficient of the x term, and c is just a constant by itself. Let's try this one. So in this one, the a term would be 1, the b term would be 5, and the c term would be negative 36. In order to factorize this, you multiply the a term times the c term, then you look for two numbers that will multiply to give you the AC term and will add to give you the B term. So our AC term here is negative 36 because you multiply negative 36 times 1. And now we'll try to find two numbers that will multiply to give us this and will add to give us the b term. The first thing we do is we go ahead and list the factors of 36, which are 36, 6, 9, 4, 12, 2, 3, 1. Looking at this, we can see that 9 and 4 can give us 5 because if we add positive 9 and negative 4, we can end up back with a 5. And if we multiply positive 9 and negative 4, we can end up with negative 36. So, we would rewrite this as y squared plus 9y minus 4y minus 36. As you see, if we were to work out this middle part here, we would get back our 5y, and so this expression is the same as this one. But this one can now be grouped and factorized using HCF method. So we group that and we group that. Y is common here, so we say y into y plus 9. And then here, 4 is common, so we can say negative 4 is common, so we can say negative 4 into y plus 9. Now, when you're doing quadratic factorization, the term in this bracket must equal to the term in this bracket for the equation to be correct. Always. So now we have y minus 4 into y plus 9. And that's the factorization method. Now, go ahead and try this one. 4x squared plus 9x plus 2. First thing we do, we go ahead and we find our AC term, which is 4 times 2 equals 8. Then we go ahead and we list the factors of 8, which are 8, 4, 2, 1. Then we try to find two numbers here that will multiply to give us positive 8 and will add to give us 9. It's pretty obvious here that that is 8 and 1. 8 plus 1 equals 9, 8 times 1 equals 8. So we can rewrite this as 4x squared plus x plus 8x plus 2. Now we can group and factorize by HCF method. Here, x is common, so we can say x into 4x plus 1. Here 2 is common, so we can say 2 into 4x plus 1. Of course, it's a plus there. So we rewrite this as x plus 2 into 4x plus 1. And you'll observe that again, the term in here, 4x plus 1, the term in here is equal to the term in here. There you have it, factorization.